Hello everybody, it's Sarah and welcome to day 12 of Bookmas. And today I thought I'd share with you all the finished series that I have on my bookshelves, that I have already finished and read to the very end. I of course had as one of my goals within 2020 to finish as many of the series that are on my bookshelves unfinished as I could, and I was quite successful in that. I finished a total of 11 series I think this year. And I already did a video actually of the series that I DNF'd this year and of the DNF'd series on my shelf, so I will leave the link down below and up there. And so yeah, this is just gonna be an annual video series, I guess, in which I share all my DNF'd series, all my finished series, and then I also have a video coming of all my unfinished series, of all the series that I am caught up to or that I have not yet finished. But yeah, this is my finished series video, and so let's get into it, because I think I have 44 series that I have finished, so I won't tell you too much about each series. I will just show them to you, tell you how many books they are, and tell you the titles of all of the books. And I will start with the series that I have finished long ago and then finish with the series that I have finished this year. So yeah, let's start with some adult urban fantasy with one of my old favorite authors, and that is Carrie Arthur. The first series I have finished by her is the Riley Jensen Guardian series, which is 9 books, and it consists of Full Moon Rising, Kissing Sin, Tempting Evil, Dangerous Games, Embraced by Darkness, The Darkest Kiss, Deadly Desire, Bound to Shadows, as well as Moonsworn. And I finished this like years and years ago, so it's been like that on my shelves for a long time. The second series I have finished by Carrie Arthur is the Spook Trilogy, which consists of Memory 0, Generation 18, as well as Penumbra. This has been finished on my shelves for a long time as well. By the way, if where I am within the frame changes, it's because I'm moving between the bookshelf and sitting here, because obviously I don't have enough space for 40 series around me. So yeah, continuing on with some urban fantasy, but this time YA. We have Cassandra Clare, obviously. I have the Mortal Instruments series finished, City of Bones, City of Ashes, City of Glass, City of Lost Souls, City of Fallen Angels, and City of Heavenly Fire. I actually think City of Fallen Angels might be the 4th one? I don't know. Whatever. Next, the Infernal Devices trilogy, which is Clockwork Angel, Clockwork Prince, and Clockwork Princess, right here. And then also the Dark Artifices with Lady Midnight, Lord of Shadows, and Queen of Air and Darkness. Some more YA urban fantasy. We have the Bartimaeus sequence by Jonathan Stroud. I don't have the first one here right now because I lent it out, but the first one is the Amulet of Samarkand. Then we have the Golem's Eye and Ptolemy's Gate. Next, we have a series that I am currently rereading, and that is the Percy Jackson and the Olympian series, starting with The Lightning Thief, then The Sea of Monsters, The Titan's Curse, The Battle of the Labyrinth, and The Last Olympian. And then the second series I have finished by Rick Riordan is the Heroes of Olympus, starting with The Lost Hero, then The Son of Neptune, The Mark of Athena, The House of Hades, and The Blood of Olympus being the last one. And I have only read these 2, or finished these 2 of Rick Riordan's series so far. Let's stay with the myth-inspired fantasy. I have 2 duologies that I finished by Joanne M. Harris. The first is the Loki duology, which consists of the Gospel of Loki and the Testament of Loki. And the second one is the Rune Marks duology, which consists of Rune Marks and Rune Light. Another myth and fairy tale inspired series that I have finished is the Seven Waters series by Juliet Merrily, consisting of Daughter of the Forest, Son of the Shadows, Child of Prophecy, Heir to Seven Waters, Seer to Seven Waters, and Flame of Seven Waters. So I'm definitely gonna have to rearrange my bookshelves after this. But next I have the Codex Alera series by Jim Butcher, and since I have them in German, I cannot tell you the exact titles. I know the first one is the Codex Alera, The Furies of Calderon, but then the second book has been printed wrongly. Usually within translated books you have the original title on the first page, like the original title in the original language. But the second book also says is the Heroes of Olympus, so no idea what happened there. By the way, my recent video yesterday, I think, no, the day before yesterday, I talked about translations in books. So if you're interested in that, go and check that out. But then the third one I think is Cursor's Fury, then Captain's Fury, Princeps Fury, and then with the last one it says Princeps Fury again, but I think it's actually First One's Fury, because I think it's also 6 books in English, so yeah. I don't know what happened, but can't tell you the titles of all of them. I'm just gonna stay with the YA fantasy because next I have the Rehnun's Ride trilogy by Kate Forsyth, which is The Tower of Ravens, The Shining City, and The Heart of Stars. Of course, I also read the Inkheart trilogy. I have lent out the first book to my little sister, so I don't have Inkheart here with me, but the second one is Inkspell and the third one is Ink Death. Then I have one of my favorite series of all time, the Chronicles of the Emerged World, which is Nihiled from the Land of the Wind. I am not sure what the second book is called in English. The third one is The Amulet of Power. And then this is not the fourth one, but this is a spin-off short story collection. So yeah, that's that. And then I have also the 2 other trilogies that are set in the same world, but I gotta be honest, I am too lazy to look up what they're called in English. They're originally in Italian. I don't know if I said it's Grisha Trilogy, the Chronicles of the Emerged World. But yeah, I'm too lazy to look up what they're called in English, and especially too lazy to look up what each single book is called in English. So now I think we're only left with adult fantasy, so let's continue with one of my favorite authors, Anne Bishop. And I was actually questioning how I should deal with the Black Jewel series because Anne Bishop did start publishing again within this world, within the series, but I decided I'm just gonna put it in both of my videos, my finished and my unfinished series, because the original trilogy by Anne Bishop, the Black Jewels trilogy, was finished, and every single book that came after that kind of started a new story and didn't like pick up any left loose storylines and so on. So next I have The Black Jewels by Anne Bishop, which consists of Daughter of the Blood, Heir to the Shadows, and Queen of Darkness. Then I have the Turalane trilogy, which is The Pillars of the World, Shadows and Light, and The House of Gaian. Then I have the Ephemera duology trilogy with Sebastian, which I don't know where I put it right now. It's like somewhere on my bookshelf, but I can't find it. Then Belladonna, as well as Bridge of Dreams, which kind of is a spin-off. And the last of Anne Bishop's series that I have finished is the other series, which consists of Written in Red, Murder of Crows, Vision in Silver, Marked in Flesh, Etched in Bone, Wild Country, and then Lake of Silence. Actually, I think Lake of Silence comes before Wild Country, but who cares? I have the Black Magicians trilogy by Trudy Canavan, which consists of The Magician's Guild, then The Novice, and The High Lord. I also have quite a few of Jennifer Fallon's series. First I have the Second Sons trilogy, which is The Lion of Senate, Eye of the Labyrinth, and Lord of Shadows. Lord of Shadows, I feel like is just a really well-loved book title, gotta be honest. Then I have the Demon Child trilogy, which consists of Madelon, Treason Keep, as well as Harshini. Set within the same world, I have the Hydron Chronicles, which consists of Wolfblade, Warrior, and Warlord. And lastly, by Jennifer Fallon, I have the Tide Lords Quartet, which consists of The Invisible Prince, The Gods of Amarantha, The Palace of Impossible Dreams, and The Chaos Crystal. Then I have the Kushiel Start or Phaedrus trilogy by Jacqueline Carey, which consists of Kushiel Start, Kushiel's Chosen, and Kushiel's Avatar. And now the last one of my female adult high fantasy authors on my shelves that I have finished series from is Robin Hobb, first with the Farseer trilogy, Assassin's Apprentice, Royal Assassin, as well as Assassin's Quest. The Life Ship Traders trilogy, Ship of Magic, Magic, and Ship of Destiny. And lastly, the Tawnyman trilogy, Fool's Errand, Golden Fool, and Fool's Fate. 2 more series before we can move on to the series that I actually finished this year. First, Brandon Sanderson. I actually only have 1 finished series, or had before this year, because you're gonna see a second one before this year. But then again, he just has a lot of books, but he doesn't have a lot of finished series, I kind of feel like. But anyway, the Mistborn trilogy, Era 1 of Mistborn, which consists of The Final Empire, which I don't have here because a friend still has it, then The Well of Ascension and The Hero of Ages. And then the last one of my series on my shelves that I have not finished this year, but I had finished earlier already, is the Nevernight Chronicles with Nevernight, God's Grave and Dark Dawn by J. Christoph. And so now we can go through the series that I finished this year. Let's go back to Brandon Sanderson. I finished the Rehnun trilogy by him, which is one of his YA dystopian series, and this consists of Steelheart, Fireflight and Calamity. Then I have here the Draconis Memoria by Anthony Ryan, consisting of The Waking Fire, The Legion of Flame and The Empire of Ashes. Also, by the way, these are just the series that I have finished that are on my shelves. These are in no way all the series that I have ever finished, because I think that would be a bit more again. Actually, I just remembered I forgot one of the series that I finished before this year already, and that is His Dark Materials by Philip Pullman, consisting of Northern Lights, The Subtle Knife and The Ember Spyglass. But going back to adult high fantasy written by men that I finished this year, next I have The Witcher series by Andrzej Sapkowski. I only recently did my series review of this, so I will leave the link down below and up there. And this consists of The Last Wish, Sword of Destiny, Blood of Elves, The Time of Contempt, Baptism of Fire, The Tower of the Swallow, The Lady of the Lake and Season of Storms. Then I finally finished The Lord of the Rings. I know this is technically not a trilogy, it was meant to be written as one book, yada yada, but it was published as a trilogy, so I'm gonna count it. And this consists of The Fellowship of the Ring, The Two Towers and The Return of the King. Then the last adult high fantasy series I finished this year was the Poppy War trilogy by R.F. Kuang, consisting of the Poppy War, the Dragon Republic and the Burning God. And I will probably have my spoiler-free review up of the Burning God soon. I lied, this wasn't the last adult high fantasy series. The last adult high fantasy series that I finished this year was the Dreamblood duology by N.K. Jemisin, consisting of The Killing Moon and The Shadowed Sun. And by the way, this one as well as The Witcher were the two series that I both started and finished within 2020. Then I have what should be the last adult series on my shelves that I finished this year, and this is the Mary Chantry series by Laurel K. Hamilton, starting with a bind-up of A Kiss of Shadows and A Caress of Twilight, then Seduced by Moonlight, A Stroke of Midnight, Minstrel's Kiss, A Lick of Frost, Swallowing Darkness, Divine Misdemeanors, and A Shiver of Light, which just really doesn't fit in with the other spines. You know, just after a lot of black spines, just make one neon orange, you know. Moving on to all the YA I finished this year. I first finished the Gumiho Wicked Fox duology, which consists of Gumiho Wicked Fox as well as Dokkebi Vicious Spirits by Kat Cho. Then I have the Blood of the Stars duology by Elizabeth Lim, consisting of Spin the Dawn and Unravel the Dusk. I have the Wildwood Dancing duology by Juliet Merrilee, consisting of Wildwood Dancing as well as Sybil's Secret. I forgot about another series that I finished before this year, and that was the Folk of the Air trilogy by Holly Black, consisting of The Cruel Prince, The Wicked King and Queen of Nothing. I also finished the Grisha Trilogy by Leigh Bardugo, consisting of Shadow and Bone, Siege and Storm and Ruin and Rising. And I do love these covers, but these two have the ugly Netflix sticker that that is printed on the book. It's so stupid. Why would you do that? And then finally, the very last of the series that I finished this year is the Bring Me Their Hearts trilogy by Sarah Wolf, which I finished today as of the filming of this video. And this consists of Bring Me Their Hearts, Find Me Their Bones, and Send Me Their Souls. And that was it. That was all the finished series that I have on my shelves. That was 40 plus series. I won't count again. I don't know how many it is exactly. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, maybe think about giving me a thumbs up and also maybe subscribing. All the links to my social media are in the description box down below, so go and check those out. All the links to my book club of Queens, Witches and Valkyries, where we read one adult high fantasy book written by a woman per month, are also linked down below, so go and check those out as well. And I hope I'll see you very soon. Bye!